Hey, howdy, folks. We're back to it. Okay, stream is up. That's good. That's good. YouTube chat still isn't working on OBS, so I still have to pull out the chat manually in a browser. For now, let's just get right back to it. Alright, let me,
Give me the front row this time! I want to be the first out of the door!
there we go. And shoot wrong. Apologies, we were delayed.
Well, it's alright. I just arrived too. And you? All drenched in sweat. Did you come rushing here?
Yeah, did some running to stay fit.
Liar.
And I caught you napping. That makes two of us.
Nefereth left quite a mess. There's a lot on the agenda, and it's a little tiring.
Anything I can do to help?
The AIC factory has quickly restored our post-disaster Shiranite production. The Tianshi pillar array is also working properly again. As for city repairs, Nifu is handling it well, and Tung Tung is taking care of her stockade. I shouldn't be asking you, but...
You asked to see me. Must be something important.
Technically, The fall of Neferith should have brought peace. The lantern that symbolizes the peace of Wuling should be lit again. But even now, the lantern remains dark.
Does that mean Wuling is still in danger?
Indeed, Endman. A new rift has appeared under Wuling.
Under Wuling?
Words won't explain it. I should just show you myself.
Hey, not again.
A Viceroy of Wuling must constantly monitor the status of the underground array. This is why the office has an elevator that goes straight down.
I bet you trained all those joggers in Wuling.
Definitely not. But my schedules are packed. A leisurely walk is a luxury I can't afford. It's second nature to me. The matter is urgent, so I just dragged you along without thinking. Though I blocked Neferith's hit, the aftershocks have compromised the Shiranite Dam. A new rift has appeared.
认证通过，最高权限，通道开启。
Layouts of the underground area are quite complex. Stay close when we get there.
Alright.
Wuling City is located on a rift hotspot. To suppress rift formation, we need more than the surface-level Tianshi pillar array. The surface-level and underground arrays work together to keep the rift in Blight Tide at bay. The underground array is buried deep under Wuling. Hardly anyone knows about it, but this is for the best. If we had kept the Shiranite Dam intact, the rift would have never reached here. Careful!
The situation is far more complicated than I thought.
Thankfully, we have enough Shiranite here to keep the Tianshi pillar running at full power, which stops the rift from getting bigger. But as long as the rift remains, Wuling will not be safe.
What help do you need?
To counter the rift, we have decided to restart R&D for our rift sealing device, the Shiranite Nexus. However, the project was interrupted. What we have right now is an incomplete prototype. That's where you come in.
The Shiranite Nexus. Sounds rather familiar.
It's not surprising. After the project was stalled, the Nexus became a key component of the Shiranite Forge. We only decided to retrieve the Nexus because you were with us. We now stand a chance to complete the project quickly. I dragged you to the underground array to let you observe the rift up close and assist you with your work. Ether energy levels are now very low. We must retrieve the data before it climbs back up. The observation point is up ahead. Follow me and watch your step. After the battle ended, the original structure was completely destroyed. Nevertheless, we used Shirenite to create a temporary path.
数据正在传输中。
Is the scroll portal always here?
Yes.
Where does it lead?
10 years ago.
If that's a joke, it isn't funny.
The scroll preserves what the Wuling Science Station had left behind back then. Just a few traces. Once the dust settles at this place, I'll take you there for a tour. But you might be disappointed. The things inside are really old.
"传输已完成。
Alright, next up, Shirenite Nexus.
Not good. Ether energy levels are rising. We must go. Careful. Ingaloid.
Boss, I put the files on your desk like you said.
Endman, would you mind waiting for a bit? There are a few files that need my attention.
Sure, I could just sit around for a while. Thick document holder with Fangyi's recent health examination report. Recent battle against Neferth and constant exhaustion has taxed her health gravely. Many indicators are below healthy standards. The doctor has written a full page of prescriptions that she never followed. Tisk. An application for the usage of Shirenite Nexus. The underground rift beneath Wuling City is expanding. Given the nature of its location, various rift sealing measures have been deemed less than ideal, as the consequences might be severe. The Censure has finally decided to use a Shirenite Nexus to seal the rift, but the use of the Shirenite Nexus must be in close proximity to the rift. Risk levels are exceptionally high. Despite knowing the dangers involved, many Censure has still volunteered. The candidates have yet to be finalized. A note written by Mifu. Things are hectic, but if you only eat when you're free, then you're never gonna eat. 10-year-old vintage bamboo brew. It must be very precious to Zhuang Fangyi, because she has not even touched its seal.
What makes you say that?
Did you ever get some proper sleep these past few days?
I am properly rested. Exhaustion will lead to mistakes at work. And mistakes are something we can ill afford right now.
Are the files talking about something urgent?
A tally of losses incurred by Wuling. It's better than my estimates. Let's head to the research center and get the Sheer-Night Nexus. Endman, we should hurry. The tincture of the lab should have retrieved the Sheer-Night Nexus. Tianshige, what's going on? I thought the Sheer-Night Forge would be open by now.
The forge's pressure valve is malfunctioning and can't vent at all. We can't take out the Sheer-Night Nexus.
Let me see. Yes. There's a problem with the pressure valve control script. Overwriting it will be difficult.
Can't we just get the engineers to take this apart? The forge is obsolete anyway. We can't let it delay our subsequent tests.
It'd be such a waste to take it apart. It might be old, but it's still useful in research, and it still works. This little old engine kept us company for quite a few years. But our need is urgent. Just get a team to dismantle it.
No rush. Perhaps I can try adjusting the command script. Endman, can you lend me a hand?
Yeah, anything you want, baby girl. I did it. That it?
I only saw this on a design drawing before.
Years have passed since I last saw this thing.
It's smaller than I thought.
If only we continued the project. The next iteration could have miniaturized it further for portability.
Got some questions.
Ask away.
If it could stabilize rifts, why halt the project?
The Sheer-Night Nexus has great potential, but also problems that cannot be overcome. It consumes vast amounts of Sheer-Night to work, but that's no longer an issue since we're making a lot more Sheer-Night. Another problem is the way it fights the rift. It's essentially brute forcing.
So it's dangerous.
Yes. Sudden release of Shiranite energy will react with ether and lead to unpredictable losses. Solving its issues within short notice will be challenging, but with your help, the damages can be minimized, and Wuling City would hardly be affected.
I got an idea, but I need surface blight tide data.
Of course, but the latest data has yet to be exported. This warrants a trip to the monitoring center.
What are we waiting for? Let's go!
But I have a few things to entrust Tianshi Ge with.
Alright, I'll head there first.
Sure. Once I'm done, I'll go find you at the monitoring center.
Well, she looks visibly sad over not being able to hang out with us longer. Hi! Welcome to the stream.
Benjamin's catching some rest. Long distance hauls can get really tiring.
How you doing, Frostine? Doing good? Doing bad? Somewhere in the middle?
Is that Mifu?
Emin? Why are you here? I'm still monitoring the blight cleanup at the monitoring center.
Kenshi Zhuang and I are getting some data from here.
The boss is coming too? Don't see her anywhere.
I'm right here, Mifu. Our work won't take too long. I hope we're not disrupting the cleanup.
Of course not. In fact, most of the blight messes nearby have been cleared. Let me tag along. I'll see if I can be helpful.
doing well enough. I'm just, you know, just playing the story.
What of it, boss? Hope the instruments aren't damaged.
No. The data stored within is intact as well. Analysis of the data looks rather promising. A little bold, but worth a try. This solution will further reduce Shirenite consumption. Me fool. Did you see something that won't work?
No, I don't know science. It's just the first time I saw someone keeping pace with you. People once told me your ideas are too wild and impossible.
Nobody told me that before.
No need to overthink it. It's great we got someone who thinks like you for once. Gotta work on something. I will leave you to a wild brainstorming.
What are her abilities? Lightning. Green lightning. Oh, why are you quiet? And why are you smiling?
Nothing. Just thinking about the past. How the science station people used to discuss questions. Like what we're doing now.
Disgust?
Yes. Every idea was bolder than the last. We got more intense with every discussion. When I first heard their argument, I thought they were fighting.
Have you argued with other people?
No. I was young when I joined the science station. It wasn't my place to talk. But listening in the discussions taught me a lot. I learned a great deal as I sorted files for my peers.
The science station crew definitely liked you.
They didn't simply like me. They took care of me. Now that we have a working idea, why don't we use the Shirenite Nexus for a field test? The test is risky. Let me think. Chijentai is an islet outside the city. It's pretty much empty. What do you say? This islet was set aside early on as a test site, but it was abandoned when the Blight Tide flooded it. Now that the Blight Tide has subsided, we can use it to test the Shirenite Nexus. Something's off. The results don't match the expected model. Beasts. Was someone here? Well, that someone did the work for us. Before we start the test, let's clean the rest of the place.
Your end awaits.
Handman? Tianchi Zhuang? Why are you on the islet as well? I thought I cleaned up all the beasts along the way. Turned out I missed.
Arknights.
Hello. Hi. Sorry, my computer crashed. Had a forced restart. Everyone sees the stream just fine? Hello?
Handman? Tianchi Zhuang? Why are you on the islet as well? I thought I cleaned up all the beasts along the way. Turned out I missed a few.
You're here to run a test.
Yes. It's a dangerous test, and we need an uninhabited area. This islet is the best option available.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Could you guard the raft station and tell people to stay away?
Wow, she really wants to
Of
stay
course.
with the Endman alone.
Much appreciated. So, are you here for the sword Tianshi Li left behind?
I guess so, but not really. When I was a kid, my mom and dad would bring me here for training. Once the battle was over, I wanted to come and pay my respects. But upon arrival, I didn't get a chance to say anything before the beasts pounced at me. I know you're on urgent business, but can you give me a while? Just a short while, to say a few words. Thanks, Amel. Mom. Dad. This crisis taught me something. You were more than my parents. You performed your duty. As Tianshi, it was not only I who needed you, but also many others. Yet I was just a clingy kid who always wished you could be by my side at all times. Sorry. I was really selfish back then. That's it for me.
You weren't. You're being selfish.
It's only natural for children to miss their parents. You knew they wouldn't reply, yet you kept your message to heart. Always remembering and never forgetting. That is definitely not selfish.
Thank you, Endman. I shouldn't get in the way of your test. No worries. I'll make sure nobody barges into the place.
Test environment is basically stable. Let's head to the platform.
And yes, Frostine. I am in fact a girl. Expect to run into Li Feng here.
He always wanted to be here. When the opportunity came, he took it without hesitation. When Tianshi Li and his wife were around, they'd invite me too. Li Feng barely reached my knees back then. Time really flew past me. The kid's a big boy now.
And an understanding, hopeful one at that.
Yes, he's just a teen, but he knows far more about duty than many adults. He takes after his parents, dutiful, selfless, and utterly without fear. We can begin, Endman. Careful.
Then we increase the power output further.
Don't worry. I got it.
But we can seal the portal. Let us begin.
Sure. I'm ready. Is it all right?
How did it go? Are you alright?
But I'm still a little...
Endman, Tianshi Zhuang. There's a situation at the Bureau of Swordmancers. We need your assistance.
What's the situation?
The Joint Endfield and Wuling defense system upgrade has encountered an issue during deployment. The Tianshi are unfamiliar with Endfield tech, and there's little they could do about it. I have to stay aboard Dijang to coordinate the deployment and can't make it to the site. Endman, please work with Tianshi Zhuang and assess the incident.
Of course. We're heading right over. The rift is in the city. If the defense system upgrade fails, or encounters an error, and if the rift could not be closed, the outcomes would be devastating. Endman, we should get there ASAP.
What about the underground rift?
The reports show that it's not that urgent yet. We should head to the Bureau of Swordmancers while there's still time.
You received the news too?
No, it's from Mifu. She told me that our injured are coming around. I have to see them.
Don't worry, tend to your wounded. I'll solve the technical issue.
But
It's all right. Leave it to me.
all right. Once you're done, meet me at the central laboratory. Before I go, we'll need to do some preliminary data logging.
Sure. I'll see you there.
Okay. See you later.
Thought I was a boy? It's quite alright. I get that a fair bit.
It's the admin!
So sorry about this. It happened during deployment. We don't know why, but we are getting error messages. The engineering module. Something might be wrong with it. I've got my colleagues to help.
Enman, the torque transmission module that reported the error is giving off strange grinding noises. But we couldn't simply fix it because Endfield tech differs from that in Wuling, and we don't want to break anything.
Don't worry. Let me have a look.
Never thought we could do that. Interesting.
This
Clank,
energy
clank, clank,
feedback
clank,
system.
clank, clank.
I think I could use it in my own project.
Hey, it's patented, you asshole. So, no more problems, I hope.
Well, it's working as intended.
Edmund, if you have time, would you mind staying for a bit? We got so many questions to ask you.
Sorry. I got to meet up with Chen Shizhuang.
Tian Zhuang's work does take top priority. Don't let us keep you, Enman. We'll take care of the rest.
That took me quite a while. Gotta hurry to the lab. Tianchi Zhuang should be there already. I hope I didn't keep her waiting for too long.
You're going to see your wife.
Only by walking upon the land can we truly appreciate every breath and pulse of life. And this is what Endfield is fighting for.
Have fun, Frostine. Take care. Or else.
Enmin, you're here.
You told me to meet her at her lab. Where is she? Where is she?
Not ready, in a rush too. She also brought the Shirin and Nexus along.
You didn't wait for me?
I'm not sure. I did, in fact, ask her about you. But she shook her head, said you were too busy with something else. Oh, before she went, she left you a letter. It's upstairs.
I was too busy, my gender. A letter.
I should say something, but even if they regain consciousness, these injuries would probably affect the rest of their lives.
Probably not the place for discussions about Project Hail Mary.
Something's off.
But specifically because, you know, Ryan Gosling teams up with an Angelo in that movie.
are the patients?
The injured are coming around. Give them some time and they'll be back on their feet. But the young girl, her injuries are grave. It might affect the rest of her life. A tragedy for one so young.
Thank you. I'll take a look.
But I do recommend the movie. It's one of my favorites now.
Uncle Zhao.
Chen Shizhong, you're here.
I came to see her too.
Good. She just fell asleep. If she knew you came, she'd be very happy. Our girl dreamed of training under you. She wished to fight the Blight Tide on the front lines. But fortune did not smile on her.
I'm sorry, Uncle Zhao. She's a good young lady. Fortune did not smile on me either. And look after yourself. Please, talk to me if you need anything.
It was a great battle. You must be busy too, Chen Shizhuang. There's no need to worry about me.
Uncle Zhao.
It's okay. Just go ahead and do what you need to do. We'll get by. Things will get better. They always do.
I should go now. Wonder how things are at the Bureau of Swordmancers. I'll take a look there. Hey.
Hold on. Before I do that, there's something I have to do with every single character I play as. Which is jump into a body of water.
Shame on me. How could I have acted with such selfishness? So many people, so many things. All of them could use your help. This is my responsibility. The duty is mine alone.
You yearning lesbian.
Tian Shizhuang, the file you wanted is upstairs.
Good. I'll get it signed and archived. Thank you for taking the trip for me.
You're here on your own. Where's Endmin?
Oh, the Endmin. She's needed elsewhere.
That means you head down there yourself. Are you really sure about this?
Yes. We've upgraded the Shiranite Nexus. The risks are much lower now. I can do this on my own.
Okay. So, anything else I might assist you with?
That'll be all, 天使哥. Carry on.
Carry on my wayward son. I don't know how fast y'all read, but I'll ask her, I'll read it. Informed consent form for test safety. Title of test: Field trial for rift sealing with the Shirenite Nexus. Research center title: Wuling Institute of Material Science. Primary investigator: Zhuang Fangyi. Additional investigators: none. Goals of test: performance assessment of the upgraded Shirenite Nexus against an actual rift, and evaluate the levels of potential hazards resulting from energy collisions and shockwaves generated by the Shirenite Nexus during the rift sealing process. Risk reminders: participants must be as close as possible to the rift to conduct this test, and will therefore be exposed to powerful pulses of ether energy. Researcher's signature. Work handover document for the Viceroyalty of Wuling Scientific Developmental District. If an accident were to occur, the handling of all administrative affairs of Wuling City shall be handled by Watchguard Captain Mifu, while academy and campus matters shall be handed over to Chenshu Ge Yipu. Administrator, by the time you read this letter... Hold on. Administrator, by the time you read this letter, I will have already left. Your assistance has improved the Shirenite Nexus, and it no longer poses a threat to Wuling. But an attempt to forcibly seal the rift would not be without consequences. However, I do know, with certainty, that I can seal the rift on my own. As for the price, I alone should suffice. I have penned a letter to grant Ge Yipu and Mifu temporary authority over matters of the city. In the end, Wuling will endure and move on, as it has always done. There was a time when I thought I would never see the departed, that memories would remain as they are, things that linger in our minds. But you appeared, and the faces of the departed overlapped with the sights. Memories were reignited, one after another. They replayed themselves. I remember when you first visited the science station. I stood in a crowd and gazed at you from afar. I hoped there would be a day when I could share my perspective and ideas with you. When I finally got my chance, I found myself stuttering and unable to form a coherent sentence. I thought you would probably remember me as a young girl who just kept avoiding you for reasons unknown. A decade has gone by. You and I are the only ones left from the crowd of yesteryear. But you still walk amongst us. And you have made me feel that a figment of the beautiful times has remained instead of leaving me completely. That is enough. You are the administrator of Endfield Industries, while I, the Viceroy of Wuling. Wuling is my responsibility, while you are destined to push further into the frontiers and to shoulder burdens of far greater import. Asking you to join me on this mission is akin to me forcing you to take on my duties. And you have already done so much for Wuling. So,
Endman, apologies for reneging on my promise. As a leader yourself, I hope you can understand the choice I made. You've helped me repair the Shirenite Nexus. That is already more than enough. I shouldn't ask for anything beyond that. After all, it was my negligence that placed Wuling in danger. The suffering of the people in the city is my responsibility. Witnessing a project spanning more than a decade, fulfilling its purpose. That is the lifetime wish of any Tianshi. On this quest for discovery, one's final stop is often the starting point of another. Becomes my final stop. Then use it as your starting point for our push towards the North Wuling exclusion zone.
Trust you. The path will be long and hard.
You're the only one who can be the Viceroy. The completion of Wuling is essential to the Academy. You've got to take on the responsibility.
I'll take on anything if Wuling's safety is at stake. I know you'll always be there and have my back. That gives me confidence.
Just fulfilling my roles and performing my duties.
If we're friends, you should at least share your problems.
Tenshi Juan, are you sure there really isn't anything else I can help you with?
You shouldn't be doing this alone.
I'm always here.
You arrived. You told me to meet at the lab, but then you got a head start. That's why I decided to beat you to it.
I have zip lines, Zhuang.
How long
Zip lines.
have you been waiting here? Not too long. Just arrived. What about you? Something happened? Why didn't you wait for me? I can do this on my own. You're lying. But it's all right. I waited for you, and you're here with me. We do this together.
It's peak.
The ether energy is getting more powerful. And this is within the Tianshi pillar array itself.
Okay, so real quick. I've mentioned in private conversations how this game absolutely fucking sucks at setting large-scale, large-scale stakes. Right? But then when it comes to, like, these smaller character moments, they can really fucking push it to the extreme. Well, maybe not to the extreme, but, like, they can push it to somewhere that I can actually be, happy with. Regardless, I'll talk more after all of this is done. Probably need to write down my thoughts. Anyway. Keep going. You'll find out why soon enough.
True. Let's try to get closer to the rift. Let's keep moving. The path the head is completely destroyed, but there are no Shirenite we can use nearby. It would seem that our only way forward is the scroll portal.
You said it contains traces from the science station.
Yes. More accurately, it contains impressions that the science station left in my memories. And this is thanks to the proxy. Her power preserved these experiences. Despite the years, none of them have faded. Let's go, Endman. I'll take you to my experiences 10 years ago.
You mean, isn't this technically important? It concerns the whole zone is what you're getting. Yeah, it is important. Like, don't get me wrong.
What should I expect? Which memory fragment will I see this time?
But I've mentioned in our private conversations that nothing has really changed as a result of Ardashir and Neferith's whole raid. The city is still standing relatively quite fucking well.
Just as I expected. Ether energy has changed this place. The area within the scroll is in chaos.
Like, Neferith and Ardashir were complete and total fucking failures. Even though Neferith managed to breach past the Shirenite wards around the city.
Familiar, yet completely transformed.
Our path is blocked by these stones.
The stones don't look like science station building materials. They look like Shirenite of the underground array. The two spaces have blended within the scroll. This is my first time seeing it, but the Shirenite in here looks inert. But if it's Shirenite, we can simply energize it, and I'll be able to move them.
Easy. I can do that.
All right. I'm leaving it to you. True knowledge is born of practice. Endman, the way out has been illustrated by the proxy. The butterfly shall take us to the start of the drawing.
I'm just comparing the heights.
Drawing you mentioned?
Yes. Where the drawing starts, changes give birth to opportunities.
They're not both kind of the same height. Fangyi would still be taller than her.
I'm always here.
Because like Endman is also like wearing some platform soles. So her height is also getting pushed up a bit. So like,
True knowledge is born of practice.
Fangyi is still definitely taller.
I see the
that's
portal.
fucking cool.
It's at the bottom of the column.
What is this? Yeah, but she's still taller.
We've arrived.
I was hoping we'd get to see Fangyi in a lab coat. Who's that?
Hi everyone. My name's Fangyi.
Wow, you used to sound like that?
Young and inexperienced.
HQ said they're sending us a young and gifted Tianxia, but you're even younger than we expected.
Oh, you flatter me. My work is hardly worth mentioning.
Nah, don't sell yourself short. You're the youngest Tianxia of HAS. We're really honored to have you here at the science station. So, did you read the papers and reports we sent your way? Your senior has been waiting. She is interested in your views.
Of course I am. How is it?
I've read it quite a few times. Some points are very exciting. But something was tucked between pages 26 and 27. A comparison of eggs laid by short-tailed and long-tailed fowl beasts. I don't know why it's there. I also read your other papers and listed a few questions.
You are too honest, girl. That's my...
It was only later that I learned she left it there on purpose. It was a little trick of hers to see if I'd read her data thoroughly.
You even researched the mistakes too.
Stop laughing. The time to reminisce is over. Now it's time to make the final stroke. That's the exit.
So when
I've been
you
wondering.
visit the underground array, would you enter this place?
Occasionally, whenever I think about the past, I'd enter the scroll. However, I never knew what memories the proxy would show me. Sad or joyful, I'd only know when I see them.
What I want to know is that you've been wearing the same outfit for the past 10 years. Chubby felt bad. Right. I'm not flying for real. Wait.
If my guess is right, this should lead to the meeting room. We need to eliminate the blight before we can move the Sheernite blocks. The butterfly is going downstairs. Looks like we'll have to take an unconventional route to the meeting room. Let's head down the elevator shaft, Endman. Do you still get dizzy from this inversion?
Already got used to it.
Your end is in this field, Arknight.
The meeting room.
Why are they cheering?
Endman, this meeting room was where we announced the birth of Sheernite.
Don't tell me I was also here.
You weren't at the science station. You were taking care of something else. But we notified you of the news at the first opportunity. You also congratulated us.
We finally made our first Sheernite. The crucial step has been taken. Plenty of ideas can finally be achieved.
Yeah, John said she wanted to build a Sheernite city. Look, what do you think of our first brick?
That would take many more bricks.
We'll make them. This Sheernite just opened up opportunities for us. Oh, this city of yours? It's got hot pot, rice skewers, burgers, malts, and ice cream, right?
It does.
You're already making a wish list. Don't spoil hers, Wong. Good health is what you really need to do solid scientific work. Uncle Jean feels the same too. So don't forget to set aside a place for exercising, okay?
So that's why there are bike lanes.
There'll be a plaza. Yes. And it's a really big one.
Can't believe it. No one mentioned what really matters. Schools. Make sure you have one. The success of Project Shiranite has created a new science. More Tiantia will continue our research.
Of course, my mentor. It's at the most important location of the city. It's all there. Everything is now in Wuling. Time to leave, Endman.
Ah, this is the expedition that Endman ate shit in. Is it? I'm pretty sure, right? The last time we got into a coma. And also, don't know who the Arknights are. The Arknights are, like, the title's probably more of a metaphor than anything. And is Shiranite based on Originium? If I'm correct, then like I've mentioned that it's probably like a form of Originium.
There's only a short distance to go. A hush of thunder, a streak of rain.
Fuck. Didn't do the right order.
10 years ago, multiple buildings at the science station were destroyed. This is the only monitoring station left. When the SAR team arrived, they were positive about finding survivors. But the tragedy only revealed itself when they delved downwards. They learned that fortune had never paid a visit. The data room. The SAR team used it as a resting stop. Endman, the path to the monitoring station is upstairs. We must don proper blight protection to enter the monitoring station and get through 3 authentication doors. Endman, I can send you up there with Shiranite.
I'm just kind of imagining the blight being used in context of something like a horror game. It's like the blight is just nothing but an obstacle, but it's in lore it's really fucking scary to deal with. Are you crying?
It was the time when I just learned that all my seniors and peers had died in the accident. It all happened so quickly. They were filled with hope and ambition mere moments ago. Every face was once so vivid and alive. All of them were gone. Never to be seen again. Why? I can't waste my time on tears. It's all right. Just let it all out. I've got no time. There's too much to do. You have today and tomorrow. You have plenty of time. How? I'm the only one left.
Fear not. Others will be joining your side. You will not be alone.
What should I do? Somebody, please. What should I do?
You've done well. Things were hard at the beginning, but you persevered.
I will.
No. I must be strong. No matter what happens, I must keep going.
Apologies. It's embarrassing that you had to see me in such a mess.
Are you alright?
I'm not feeling terrible. This was all in the past. What we saw was but a fragment of memories. A moment that had long passed us by. Let's go, Endman.
Do we just leave her in this place?
It's all right, Endman. Some pain is destined to be left in the past. There's no need to turn back. I've decided to move along, carrying their unfulfilled dreams. More Angloid are coming up. They're yours. Keep your distance, but don't stray too far either. This shield can counter the ether energy up ahead. Try to stay behind the shield. Don't stray too far. The shield is damaged. We must be careful. right here.
Everyone is willing to sacrifice everything for it.
No second chance. This is my path, and I will not allow anything to stop me. Especially not this puny rift. I must remain strong. Thank you, Endman.
I should be the one thanking you.
Why?
You never gave up, even after all these years.
Knowing that while I slept, many continued to forge on and stayed true to the path. Though I woke without any memories, seeing you and everyone who persisted, my fears would subside.
So you can feel fear as well, Endman.
Yes. I fear that those who once walked with me will end up leaving. Tianshizhuang, tell me, will you leave me?
I promise you, I won't leave that easily. The rift has stabilized. The light of the Marker Stone Flats should be back on. Let's head back together. Endman, we have been running around all day. I imagine you are exhausted. Shall I see you back so you can rest?
I don't feel tired when people are so festive.
Shall we walk a little more together?
May, why are you moaning in my chat? What is this?
Bamboo brew. It was made by the science station team back then, and I brought it along. Since my seniors are no longer around, I don't know who to share this with. And so, I never opened it. But now, you're here. An old friend coming to visit. Such a moment calls for a drink. To save resources, we fermented leftovers and scraps from the agro lab. Taste wasn't on the agenda. But this is a flavor I'm quite fond
of. Straight from the bottle? Damn!
Truly, the flavors from the past.
He's already tipsy. I guess I'll have another shot.
Taste anything peculiar?
Starts off bitter and slowly gives way to sweetness.
That's right. Flavors of the past. Time truly flies. I barely realized a whole decade in Wuling has slipped by.
And Zhuang, will you stay at Wuling?
Endman. Wuling has become a part of me. No matter what the future holds, even if fate forces me to leave, my path will always lead me back here. But rest assured, Wuling and I will always be with you. We are united by the same cause. It would be my great honor to walk the same path with you, Endman.
He's so getting plastered.
People say that the essence should...
Fangyi Zhuang, there was something I wanted to ask you back then. Now that things have finally settled down, I wonder if I may. It's about the letter you sent me. Endman, we We successfully averted the crisis. Let the past stay in the past. The most important thing is the matter at hand. The matter at hand is important, but so are the friends around you. Seeing that letter gave me a shock. Apologies, Edmund. It won't happen again. Again? Are you talking about facing dangers on your own, or leaving letters behind for others to pick up? If something were to happen to you, Wuling would... All of us have a burden to carry. Certain things are not ours to choose. I did decide to face the rift below the city on my own. I've also planned for the various outcomes. I've delegated the relevant personnel to handle the city's affairs. Even if something were to happen to me, Wuling will keep moving forward along its current path. Rift has been closed and I remain well. I shall accompany you to the North Wuling exclusion zone as the city's representative. I hope none of these pessimistic ideas ever happen. As much as you could hardly leave Wuling behind, neither can Wuling do without you. Yes, that's what I thought as well. Okay. This is like side quest stuff, so I'll leave that for off stream. Now, would you look at that? I still don't have enough. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if I've written... Don't know if I've written my thoughts somewhere. So give me a moment while I arrange my thoughts. Okay, alright. So, talking about the first half of the story so far. Y'all still with me, chat? Chat. What up? Hi.
Yeah.
Okay, so talking about the first half, which is like the main brunt of the story. That's where a lot of the epic things happen. It's like the big battle between the city of Wuling versus the Landbreakers and Articher, specifically Articher and Nefereth. Right away, I like Arcane. I like her design. I think she's very cool. I like how she looks. Her personality is like a direct clash against Chen. I love how the Chen of this point in time is the complete lovable goofball, while her partner is the stoic one. Well, you know, like her counterpart in this particular point in the story. It's really reminiscent of specifically Chen and Hoshiguma from the original Arknights. But this time the roles are reversed, and that's really, really fun. Like, I like that a lot. So apart from that, Articher is still a cuck. I think the most interesting thing that the story does in the first half is how much it like just kind of continues to show just how absolutely fucking hard-headed the Endman is. And you know, like, God knows whether that tendency comes as a result of, you know, like them being technically a new person due to their whole amnesia, or it's like a holdover from who they are in the past. So that's like, that is admittedly like a very, very interesting angle. It's also like really interesting how it is Articher that's continuously trying to bridge the gap between himself and the Endman. Like, he's the one trying to foster like understanding between the two opposing sides, and that's like inherently interesting, because you'd think that it'd be the Endman to have that sort of role. This is about Chen. Okay, so that is like something that I noticed, how it's kind of like the same case with Chen having a role reversal. It's the same case with the Endman. It is the Endman that's like set in her ways and trying to you know, like, commit to that. And so like, what really disappointed me is, like, I think more on the fact that at the end of that specific section, when the Endman and Articher are like having a walk through the scroll together, they have their little date. Like, I like how the Endman wasn't instantly throwing hands with Ardashir in the scroll. I like how she was actually like hearing him out, but at the same time, nothing really came out of it, and I think that's like what I'm the most disappointed with. Like Ardashir offers to take her to the heart of some place, and it would essentially mean that they, you know, like Enmin finds some truth about her past and exactly what she's fighting for. Because we also still don't know what the fuck the Zeroth Directive is. We don't know what that means. It could be something good, it could be something bad. We also don't know who the Enmin is, not just from like a standpoint of, oh, they have amnesia, but also from a standpoint of we don't even know what the fuck she is. And I think Ardashir is like trying really desperately to get to help the Enmin figure it out, but then the Enmin is like, nah. It's like it's consistent. Funnily enough, it is consistent with especially if you take into account the backstory, like the character story with Lavatane. Because they both go on their own sort of identity searching journey there, where it's kind of like a situation of the blind leading the blind, where they're both like, Enmin is an amnesiac, but technically Lavatane is not an amnesiac. She just has her memories jumbled, because she is a she is the vessel for a some being that's basically super powerful, and is like, point is, whoever wields the sword that she has, all of their memories got fucking added to a memory blender, and the current wielder of the sword, that being Lavatane, does not know how the fuck to separate the separate memories, like, and identities of all of herself and the previous wielders. And it's a really good juxtaposition with the Enmin, and that sort of theming is like subtextual here with the Enmin, and the Enmin specifically. I think that's like the best part of that previous one from like a writing standpoint. As for that, Arcane doesn't have much going for her right now, which is fine because she's not the banner character. Chen is like implied to also be able to use the Farenmut's heart, and that's like it's like, I already knew that she's like capable of a lot of stuff, and she's just really fucking silly, right? So we've yet to have her proper fucking hype moment, and like her aura and hype moments moment, but but what that basically means is that during that part when Arcane locks herself with Ardashir, what that basically means is that Chen might have been able to help her, like, get out, because she can also technically do the same things that Arcane can.
Oraline is a fragment of a shattered
Which
universe.
kind of just leaves it as like a bit of wasted potential, and I'll get back onto that later, because it has to do with what happens after the big battle has happened and everything is like settling down, you know, because like Arcane locks herself with Ardashir. Fuck it, I'll just talk about it now. Basically, Arcane gets rescued off screen. which really fucking frustrated me, because that's just so uninteresting. It's like, it's not like a moment of, oh, like, how are we going to solve this problem? Like, you know, we're now going to help her get out, and we don't really get to explore any, like, complications with that. It's just, Arcane is fine, she's in a coma, she's resting. And Chen is, like, really fucking worried. Like, I was really hoping that Chen, out of everyone, would have a lot to do with actually rescuing Arcane because of their history together. From a character writing standpoint, that's just really, really wasted potential. It's just, I would rather they have just kept her in the fucking Scrolls Pocket dimension, and just kept that as like something that to deal with in a future patch. Like, I would have rather have that, because then there's like the stakes of how are we going to rescue her. So, yeah, like, oh, and back to, like, Ardashir. It's like, he's gone again. It's like, I guess I'll see you later, Alphino. Fucking... it's just, a lot of decisions were made in the story that, like, in that first half that made it incredibly fucking uninteresting. Such as Neferith. Neferith gets fucking hype moments in Aura. She gets like a really fucking killer boss design. Seriously, she looks so fucking cool, and her fight is like really, really fun. I really like the mechanics involved with that fight. I have like a slight criticism with how the lightning was handled. I think it would have been really nice if the lightning could only be like, the cooldown could only be reset either like from a timer or from, or it's like instantly reset the moment you like, do a successful, okay, the second one, I'll read that later. I would rather have like the lightning, like Fangyi's lightning mechanics, like be on a timer that gets automatically reset if you do it like a successful interrupt. Because then it like incentivizes players to like stay on their toes and pay attention to the fight. I think my computer's starting to chug along. I think I'll quit here, but I'll keep streaming. But right, so that's like my main thing regarding the mechanics of the fight. I have no big complaints with the fight by itself, because it's just really fucking good. But back to the story. Nefereth is fucking wasted. Just completely. She fucking dies at the end. Well, quote unquote dies, I don't know. She turned into ashes falling down the Blight Tide. I don't know if that counts as a death, or whether they're going to do a somehow Neferith returned type of thing. But she was completely fucking wasted. Even now, after 2 entire areas, the only things we know of Neferith is that she knows something about the Endmin, and that she's trying to open up a very large motherfucking rift for some reason. Which we know from Ardashir has to do with the Exiles, which is like an important background lore thing that it'll just have to come up later. But the most important thing is, I don't know why the fuck it matters to her. Hell, I don't know why the fuck it matters to Ardashir either. Like, and all I know is that Neferith is like, oh shit, hold on. I'll be back. Right, I'm back. Had to deal with something real quick. Right, so, where was I? I was talking about how Neferth still really doesn't have much going for her. We don't know why she's, like, so hell-bent on doing what she does. It's just a vague, because the exiles. But not a... It's nothing... Nothing personal has ever been explained about her. And it's such a massive fucking shame. So, she's just a completely wasted character. And if we're going by the assumption that she's like completely motherfucking dead, then that's that. Just... She's gone. That's it. Doesn't matter how disappointed you are. But yeah, like that's like my absolute biggest gripe. And also, let's see here. The city remained completely fucking fine by the end. By the time the main battle is over, the buildings are still standing. There's no construction going on. There's no repairs or anything like that. Like, fatalities are never discussed. It's just, oh, a bunch of people got injured. And yeah, like, that's, like, discussed in the second half of the story. I will give it credit for that. But nothing about any, like, losses or anything. I mean, for fuck's sake, it's the Blight Tide. It's, like, the big threat, and you're telling me, like, you're telling me a couple people didn't die? The city was, like, getting raided from 3 separate points. Nefereth fucking... Oh yeah, God, like, I forgot about that specific thing. But basically, yeah, the city was, like, under siege. It was, like, this, terrible, epic thing that was going on as you got to see it happen as you zipline all across the battlefield. And then there's no leftover of that time. It's just, it is what it is. Don't ask too many questions. And why the fuck did Neferith blast her way all the way into Fangyi's penthouse? Not her penthouse, her office, but only for her to only fight Fangyi the moment Enmin enters into that zone. Like it did she fucking land on the wrong floor and she had to take the elevator? Is that it? She went fucking like, oh fuck, wrong floor. Like, damn. And then fucking elevator music for the next 10 minutes or so as the Endman is like dealing with other bullshit. It's like, finally, our fated battle, Zhuang Fangyi. It's like, oh good, the Endman is here. Fuck, that goddamn elevator was too damn slow. It's like, it's frustrating. It really fucking is. Because like I was kind of hoping that we'd come in on Zhuang Fangyi already locked in the middle of battle against Neferith, and Neferith is winning. Because then by the time we enter into the fight, we are literally Fangyi's trump card as we help her like fight against this greater force. That would have been fucking fantastic. Instead, she waits around and only starts to fight when the Endman gets there. And it's baffling. Apart from that, yeah, like the city is like fine by the end. And it when I finished the first half of the story, I felt like I literally had to I literally lost quite a lot of faith in the writers to do anything interesting with this story. Because the Endman doesn't go with Ardashir. Wu Ling is fine by the end. Like there's no named characters that die. Even though that's like an Arknights thing. This and hell, even now, right? Like I get that they don't want to kill off characters all willy-nilly. That's fine. But at least kill off some of the NPCs. Fuck. This is Arknights, man. Like I fucking get invested in the story of Arknights so that I get mildly depressed about it. That's like the point. But no, like everyone's generally just fine by the end of the story, even now. So like, yeah, the actual interesting decisions the story could have made, there's just outright avoided. But talking about the second half, this is a character story on the same in the same vein as Lavatane or Yvonne or that reminds me, I need to play through Rossi's character story. I'll I don't know, like, do y'all want to see that? Because like I tried multi-streaming the last time I tried streaming Rossi's story, and then that ended up in a complete fucking disaster. So like, do y'all want to see me like play through Rossi's story? Is that something y'all want to watch? Regardless, I'll decide on it. But yeah, like this is like a very, very focused. Yeah, maybe in the next stream. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow, because I have a lot to do, like in terms of like catching up with editing and whatnot. Because I'm working on a project of mine that's basically an audiobook, and I'll be releasing that as its own video, and I'll have to like it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. I'm making my own music for it, so it's quite a bit of time. Other than that, talking about the second half of this specific patch, I like it. I'm not crazy about it. I like it. I think it's like really cool how it continues on the general theme of isolation that has been very evident from the beginning with Fangyi. Fangyi has like stood above the rest of the city this entire time in a very specific way, and you could kind of tell it from the moment she was introduced. So this story was like not surprising, and it's exactly what you'd come to expect. She has a lot of responsibilities, a lot of burdens to shoulder, and she can't rely on anyone else. At least with the sole exception of the Endmen, of course. But yeah, like this exploration, I like that scene where she sees the Endmen like hanging out with the Tianxia, the other Tianxia, and like after repairing a bunch of Enfield tech, and she like kind of doesn't want to like. She sees the Endmen hanging out with these like younger folk who don't have as much of that trauma of being at the epicenter of the core defining tragedy in the history of Wuling. And she feels alienated from those people, and it ends up what ends up being the case is that she like ends up running away from that because she doesn't want to share her burden, because she feels like it's something that she has to deal with herself. Like that's great. I love that. It's also painfully realistic. Like her trauma is on full display as you go through her like even before you go through her memories. And then you go through her memories, and it's cool. I think the environments are still pretty nice in the memories. It's a little blocky, but I like it. And then Enmin, like despite losing her memories, she remains a link to her past that keeps her grounded and stable. Like, I do appreciate that the Enmin like serves a role where they are like the person, like it's like a gotcha. People are naturally going to gravitate around the main character because that's just how it's structured. But there's a lot of like stories you can tell with that. But the point is, the Endman has like consistently been the person that helps keep other people keep their heads on their shoulders. And it's definitely the same case for Fangyi, who is like ready to fucking kill herself. like if I may be blunt, like she was ready to die. It's like from just from the weight of her past to the stuff that she's done, which I'll get to, she was like more than ready to accept that the price that she has to pay for the city to continue living on was herself, even though it was completely unnecessary. That was a genuine suicide attempt. It's like, because on a logic level, having the Enman on your side, if you're Fangyi and you have the Enman by your side, you know things are gonna fucking end up fine with that rift underground, because like that's just how much of a powerhouse the Enman is. But that moment where she starts signing those papers, it's just, I immediately kind of knew that even though the Enmin could, like help her fix her issues without the unnecessary price of death, there's I it never had to be said, but I immediately recognized that she was willing to pay the price because deep down she wants to. And that's really fucking depressing and poignant. And then of course the Enman shows up in the elevator first, because Fangyi forgets the fact that the Enman has already set up zip lines all over the city and can easily make it to her office before her. Like, I really like that moment. When just the juxtaposition of the Enman being the one to offer her hand this time to Fangyi, it's peak. It's peak. Like, I've said this before, I will say it again. The one thing that I will never complain about with this game is the cinematography. They know how to frame things, they know how to make the characters act in believable ways. And that moment is just so fucking striking. It's really lovely. And yeah, like, Enman basically stops her suicide attempt and helps her through it. Like, she helps her sort through her memories and her trauma, and helps her to gain a new level of value in her own life. And that's just really heartfelt, and I love that. Yeah, and then they held hands. The only complaint I have for this particular part of the story is that Fangyi is implied to have killed Tang Tang and Ron Yi's dad, and that never gets brought up. And like that's like, I get that Tang Tang's character arc was largely settled in the previous patch, but still, that's like a massive opportunity, that conversation between Fangyi and Tang Tang, just to have a level of reconciliation between the two. And it also just adds like a lot of depth to Fangyi as a character, and kind of adds to her entire arc here. Because if they decide to like focus in on that as well, that like really helps with explaining her decision of her trying to basically commit suicide via science experiment. So yeah, that's like my main complaint. Like, they could have added that and really and really like made the point of this entire story like even more impactful. And also, more Tang Tang screen time is never a bad thing. So yeah, that's about it for my thoughts regarding this specific patch. I'm like, still like I'm still very much mixed on it because like the big event just kind of sucks. Not the fight, mind you, just the writing around it. It still kind of sucks. But um I like Fangyi's story. I think that really encapsulates precisely what the writing team is actually good at, which is character studies. They know how to write characters really fucking well. But that's about it. Um, Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, take care of yourself, or else. Bye. See you around.